And here it is. We go again. Roll up, ladies and gentlemen. One man went to mow. Here it is. We go again. Here I am again. Hope you're there with me. That thing that we do twice a day, the first installation of today's marathon session. So the session has commenced and your company is required. If you are available, avail yourself of the goings on round here. One man went to mow. The eagle has landed.
Another Savior, holy, 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 Adimebujuku. Another Savior, holy, 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 Adimebujuku.
Well, this is Mobien. This is dedicated to the gallant heroes of the Nigerian Biafra War and IPO families all over the world. I remember the Nigerian Biafran war, in the thickness of the Biafra genocide. Hey, one man revived the vanishing hope to life. Let the great Biafran army to fight, and they were singing out, holy, 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 all the members is another Savior. They were singing out, holy, 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 holy. Another great leader has risen up now. Oh, and he's leading the Biafrans to victory. In your madika, yabika kokwana no. Hey, anamekele mazuche mefo. Manemo, it's an honor having you on board. Wanna sing along. Holy, 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 holy. It's another Savior. It's another Savior.
Another Savior, holy, 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 Adimebujuku. Another Savior, holy, 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 Adimebujuku.
Well, this is Mobien. This is dedicated to the gallant heroes of the Nigerian Biafra War and IPO families all over the world. I remember the Nigerian Biafran war, in the thickness of the Biafra genocide. Hey, one man revived the vanishing hope to life. Let the great Biafran army to fight, and they were singing out, holy, 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 holy. They were singing out, holy, 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 all who never do is another Savior. Holy, 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 all who never do is another Savior. Many years after the genocide, whoa, yet another great leader has risen up now. Oh, and he's leading the Biafrans to victory. In your madika, yabika kokwana no. Hey, anamekele mazuche mefo.
And there it, pardon me, And there it is right there, the Holy Holy song from the eastern parts of Nigeria. So Holy Holy, Nnamdi Kanu, their other savior. So Holy Holy, as guys, I bring you this. Perpetrators of Deborah's murder in Sokoto State must be quickly apprehended and prosecuted. So a lot of people have been complaining that they're not hearing voices of condemnations from the front runners of politics. But it looks as though now Osinbajo has broken ranks to speak. But then, of course, he had to wait for Buhari to take a position before he took his position. But this is now his position. Perpetrators of Deborah's murder in Sokoto State must be quickly apprehended and prosecuted. Yemi Osinbajo states his position. So that is Yemi Osinbajo's position, but this is the position of Sokoto State itself. Tension as Sokoto residents plus tension as Sokoto residents plan mass protest over arrest of Deborah Samuel's killers. So there it is right there. It's quite a thing. So as I've said all through the discussions around this particular topic, the Northerners, they not only see nothing wrong with the brutal and brutish way that this girl was killed, they actually also applaud it. This for them is an act that would guarantee the perpetrators al-Jannah. So it's something that they are clambering over each other to do. And even a senior functionary of Sokoto State says 99.9% instances this will recur. So this is cause for celebration for them. This is an alarming, aghasting tragedy in our eyes. So the chasm, I keep on emphasizing that chasm. There's a chasm between us and these people. There is no correlation in how we view life. So quite how and why we are one country, it's only in the lap of the gods. Atiku, why I deleted tweet condemning killing of students in Sokoto over blasphemy. So we'll read that out, and there's a little video clip that goes with that will play as well. So back to elections. 2023 election most significant for Nigeria, or is Osinbajo still holding the floor as he goes about campaigning for votes? So that is the position of Yemi Osinbajo. So I was going to bring you one other story, but maybe I'll delay that for a later session. So Hope Uzodinma backs Ahmed Lawan. So we might go to that as well. So plenty to go through. I don't want the menu to be too long because the afternoon session, as you know, is a short and condensed session. The usual protocols, as you are coming in, click on the like button. If you're not already subscribed, then please correct that as well. So 2 buttons to be clicked on, the like button and the subscribe button. So click on those 2 buttons, and then the hyperlink in the comment section that says StreamYard. If you want to come on the screens to interact with the talking points, then click on that hyperlink as well. So that hyperlink takes you into a studio space. And as soon as I've finished reading out the talking points, I'll let you onto the screen and sample your opinions around the talking points. So that's the way it works. The hyperlink is an open microphone. So if you want to step up to the mic, then click on the hyperlink. So clicking on the hyperlink is optional. Clicking on the like button is not. You must do that. So click on like, and clicking on subscribe is mandatory as well. So you must click on that as well. And if you want to copy the link to the sessions and share it on your social media spaces, your WhatsApp groups, your Facebook groups, and wherever you mooch around on social media, if you want to share it there so that your friends and people that you may not even be too friendly with can come and see the noise making that goes on here. So that helps to expand the audience as well. So all the clickings and all the linkings, and by way of an inducement, let me provide a little bit of a musical backdrop to encourage you to do all the necessary clickings. We stay within the East as we partake in another Python dance.
Onyedu Ipo Omeri Wonindizu Oniroya Abakare Mama Daora Unapori Meri Nandi win the war Python dance 1, Python dance 2 Now Python dance 3 Unapori Meri Nandi win the war Python dance 1, Python dance 2 Now Python dance 3 Unapori Meri Nandi bu Onyedu Ipo Omeri Wonindizu Oniroya Abakare Mama Daora Unapori Meri Nandi win the war Python dance 1, Python dance 2 Now Python dance 3 Unapori Meri Nandi win the war Python dance 1, Python dance 2 Now Python dance 3 Unapori Meri Nandi win the war Python dance 1, Python dance 2 Now Python dance 3 Unapori Meri Nandi win the war Python dance 1, Python dance 2 Now Python dance 3 Unapori Meri Nandi win the war Python dance 1, Python dance 2 Now Python dance 3 Unapori Meri Nandi.
So there it is right there. They continue to insist in the eastern part of Nigeria that Nnamdi Kanu has indeed won the war. I was going to say win the war there, but Nnamdi Kanu has indeed won the war. So Nnamdi wins the war. As guys, I bring you, pardon me. So Nnamdi wins the war. As guys, I bring you this. Tension as Sokoto residents plan mass protest over arrest of Deborah Samuel killers. So that is the response then to the gruesome killing that was filmed and advertised as virally on social media and was shared virally on social media. The atmosphere in Sokoto State is currently tense as residents have scheduled time to embark on a mass protest over the arrest of the suspected killers of Deborah Samuel. Correspondents had reported earlier that the female student of Shehu Shagari College of Education was horribly beaten and burnt to death by some Muslim fanatics for allegedly insulting Islam's prophet Muhammad. The young lady, said to be in her 200 level at the institution, was attacked after she condemned religious posts by her Muslim coursemate in a WhatsApp group meant for sharing academic materials. Her action was declared blasphemy by the Muslim faithfuls, who went to her hostel to beat her to a pulp before setting her ablaze. The developments has attracted the attention of religious leaders, government officials, and the general public. In response to the incident, the State Police Command said 2 suspects had been arrested and taken into custody. According to the Sokoto State Police spokesman, Sanusi Abubakar, the mob overpowered the campus security before killing the female student and setting her remains on fire. However, whilst major stakeholders are trying to ensure the situation does not erupt further damage, a leaflet obtained by correspondents on Saturday, written in Hausa, invited Muslims to come out en masse to protest against the arrest of the suspected killer of Deborah. The leaflet carries a schedule of the protest starting. The leaflet carries a schedule of the protest stating clearly their aim. So let me actually share this screen because there's a photographic capture of that leaflet. So here it is right here. So there's a photographic capture of that leaflet, and for the Hausa speakers within the platform, there it is right there. Gayata, and whatever it is that they are saying in their or language. The leaflet carries a schedule of the protest, stating clearly their aim. The write-up, scripted in the Hausa language, reads thus in English: "We are inviting Muslims in Sokoto to come and help them rescue our brothers that were arrested because they were defending Islam and uplifting Prophet Muhammad, SAW. And Gawan Mama Roundabout is where they will meet. Time 9 a.m. More details, for more details, call those numbers the leaflet adds." So there it is right there. So that is the northern response to what happened to Deborah. And it looks as though that protest has now taken place. Let me share with you. I can't get what's out today. Let me share with you like I said, I can't get what's out today. Let me share with you a second. Let me share with you a second piece. So this is the second piece. Now, it looks as though that protest may well have taken place. Tension in Sokoto as protesters demand release of suspected killers of Deborah Samuel. Tension has gripped residents of some parts of Sokoto State as protesters trooped out to the street, demanding the release of suspects arrested over the killing of Deborah Samuel in the state. Correspondents record that Deborah Samuel, a 200-level student of Shehu Shagari College of Education, was killed on Thursday over alleged blasphemy. The protesters, who stormed the streets in large number on Saturday, wielding placards with inscriptions such as "Release our Muslim brothers," "Muslims are not terrorists," amongst others. Details to follow. So here is the so this is where I'm sharing the screen with you. So that's the protest taking place now in support of the gruesome killing of that young lady. So you can sort of make out the posters. So you can see RE something. So you can see somewhat the word "release" roundabout where my cursor is there, and then Muslim something. So that's the protest right there, and that is the response of the North to the condemnations from the South of the gruesome killing of this Christian girl. So that is the Nigerian chasm right there. It always the case. This is not an aberration. This is a daily diet within the Nigerian space. So a daily diet within the Nigerian space, and we stay still with Deborah. Perpetrators of Deborah's murder in Sokoto State must be quickly apprehended, prosecuted. Vice President Osinbajo. Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, who is also a presidential aspirant under the platform of the All Progressive Congress APC, has said the gruesome killing of Deborah Samuel, a 200-year, a second-year rather, student of Shehu Shagari College of Education, Sokoto State, for alleged blasphemy, is deeply distressing. Osinbajo said this while speaking with newsmen after he arrived in Abuja from Uyo, Akwa Ibom State on Friday at the presidential wing of the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja. The vice president praised the Sultan of Sokoto for condemning the incident. He said, "Let me say that first, the president has reacted to this in a statement which was issued earlier condemning the action. I must say that it is a deeply distressing thing, very disturbing, such an atrocious killing of the young lady by a mob who took the law into their own hands. I think it is very unfortunate. The swift reaction of the Sokoto state government and also the Sultan of Sokoto is highly commendable. I think that their swift reaction to the situation demonstrates the outrage of millions of Nigerians and also the desire of everyone to ensure that the perpetrators are quickly apprehended and prosecuted." So they have been apprehended, but will they be prosecuted is the thing. Because it shouldn't be a task to apprehend them, because of course they are not shying away from the law by demonstrating this atrocity just in video capture. So it's not as though it's something that they are doing in secret. and it is not as though they are recoiling from repercussions. But then, of course, what will be the consequences, if there will be any consequence for their action, is the thing. Knowing the Nigerian space, don't hold your breath in expectation, because we have seen several instances like this, incidents like this. It happens. The whole place is aghast and outraged. They pretend to arrest some people, and within 10 seconds, those people are back on the streets. So you expect, especially now with this push that we're seeing from the north, that the perpetrators should not be prosecuted or should not be vested upon by law. So there's no real expectation that there will be any consequence for this. And OSINBAJO, of course, he waited for Buhari to take a position before he could take a position. So how much credit or bravery are you according to him is the thing. Because he had to wait for Buhari's position before he took a position. So that is OSINBAJO, though, taking somewhat of a position, but is that position sufficient enough for him to get the credit is the thing. I would suggest no, but what would you suggest? So let's go on from there to actually article now. Why I deleted tweet condemning killing of student in Sokoto over blasphemy. Atiku Abubakar defending his act, a lot of people will say, of cowardice. Former Vice President of Nigeria, Atiku Abubakar, on Friday explained why he deleted a tweet condemning the lynching of a student of Shehu Shagari College of Education, Sokoto, over blasphemy against Prophet Muhammad. Mr. Abubakar, one of the People Democratic Party PDP's presidential aspirant, said this when he paid a consultative visit to Governor Godwin Obaseki of Edo State at Government House, Benin. The news agency of Nigeria reports that Mr. Abubakar had earlier reacted to the killing of Deborah, who was lynched by her classmates over accusations of blasphemy. But the deletion of the post also generated further social media backlash, especially in the Christian South. According to Mr. Abubakar, every tweet has to get my expressed approval, but this one did not, so I asked them to take it down. I took a stand about Sharia law and was abused, thrown stone at, but how long did it last? Despite that, I didn't change my position on that. I am not afraid to take a stand on critical issues, he said. According to the presidential aspirant, investment in education is key. If you recall what the PDP government did then whilst in government, we created Tertiary Education Trust Fund. So we also set up Primary School Education Fund and Education Tax Fund to enable us, PDP federal government, provide sufficient money to both state and local governments to enable them have sufficient money to invest in primary and secondary education. We also passed the law to make education compulsory for every Nigerian child from primary to secondary school, he said. Responding to the issue of zoning for the PDP presidential ticket, Mr. Abubakar said zoning was not jettisoned by the party. On the issue of getting a running mate, he said he would sit down with the party to agree a running mate for the 2023 election. So Atiku then defending somewhat the indefensible, but here is now just a video capture of him taking a position on him deleting that tweet regarding the Sokoto killing. Listen to him.
Primaries.
Every tweet has to get my approval. Unfortunately, this tweet, because I was traveling all over the country, did not have my approval. So I said it should be taken out. And that every tweet must have my express approval. I am not a person who is afraid to take stand on issues. You know the stand I took on Sharia. I was pelted, I was abused in the north But then how long did the Sharia last? I told them they were having a political Sharia. And I was vilified. They threw stones at me. There is nothing they did not do. That did not make me change.
So that's article right there defending his position somewhat. I'll say he's somewhat damaged, but how damaged has he been by that deleting of that tweet? Because that speaks very much to the character of the man. This is what a lot of people feel. So from that today is 2023. Governor Uzodinma's team 2023, Governor Uzodinma teams up with Senate President, submit Lawan's ruling party APC nomination form. So Uzodinma, at least we know where the Imo delegates are going then in that presidential primaries. The Imo State Governor, Hope Uzodinma, appears to, pardon me, so Peter Obi, like I said, a game over for him somewhat. No, but I think he's APC, so that might not apply. The Imo State Governor, Hope Uzodinma, appears to have shifted grounds on the clamor for Nigerian president of Southeast extraction in 2023. Uzodinma on Friday joined the Yobe State Governor and former chairman of the All Progressive Congress APC Caretaker Extraordinary Convention Planning Committee, Mia Malabuni, to return the completed presidential nomination form of the president of the Nigerian Senate, Senator Ahmed Lawan. This is as the screening of presidential aspirants starts on Saturday at 3 different hotel locations in Abuja. According to correspondents, Uzodinma and Buni led a large team that included senators and senior party officials to return Lawan's forms, despite the fact that many aspirants from Uzodinma's Southeast geopolitical zone had picked forms to contest for the party's ticket. When asked why he teamed up with Lawan's presidential team, Governor Uzodinma said he joined his colleague Buni and senators to show solidarity to one of their own. The governor said, like you know, most of us here are from the National Assembly, some serving, some are non-serving. Particularly like me, I left the Senate on sabbatical to go and contest election in Imo State, and I am on borrowed status in Imo State as the governor. Today we are here in solidarity to accompany our leader, the Senate President, to submit his duly completed forms, and we have submitted the forms. On the same note, Governor Bello Matawale of Zamfara State also led a large entourage that included Senator Ahmed Yerima and top APC stakeholders from the state to return the forms of aspirants vying for various positions in the party under the platform of the All Progressive Congress in Zamfara State. So there it is right there. I don't think Uzodinma quite got the memo that the Easterners are after that seat. So of course, he prefers the Malam. This is what he did, but then of course, Fulani made already. 2023 election most significant for Nigeria, Oshibanjo. So this now the last readout. As Akwa Ibom monarchs described Vice President as a symbol of unity, love, /love, I will give my best. Okay, let me take it from here. In choosing leaders into elective positions, Nigerians must put sentiments aside and elect the best, especially in 2023, according to Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, SAN. Professor Osinbajo stated this in his interaction with stakeholders and delegates of the All Progressive Congress APC on Friday in Akwa Ibom State, the 16th state the vice president has since visited in his nationwide consultations with party delegates. restating that his aspiration to become president is hinged on giving his best in service to the country. The vice president said, this coming election 2023, beginning with primaries, may be the most significant for our generation and generations to come. I am sure that God helping me, if I am given the opportunity to do the job, I will give my best. By the grace of God, I believe that this country will be better. Each and every one of us will know that difference. Professor Osinbajo added that he chose to offer himself in service to the country as president come 2023 because of his firm belief in and dedication to Nigeria's great future and destiny, calling on delegates and Nigerians alike to partner with him to make the country better. The vice president added, what I am offering as an individual is a commitment to developing this nation in the way that other nations of the world have been developed, the pace that other nations of the world have been developed. The vice president's presidential aspiration has continued to garner commendations both from party delegates and stakeholders, including traditional rulers, state governors, and prominent individuals and politicians. Prior to his meeting with the APC delegates, the vice president had, on arrival in Akwa Ibom State, received a warm welcome at the airport from the state governor Emmanuel Udom. He was also accompanied by a former deputy governor of Akwa Ibom State and former MD Niger Delta Development Commission, Obong Ekere, Senator Ita Enang, amongst other senior state government officials and notable political leaders. As is now common with the vice president's trip, he also received a robust welcome from large crowds with dancing and singing by traditional troops, whilst waves of excited support groups and residents, some hoisting large banners and flyers showing support for the vice president's aspiration to become president, lined the roadsides and curbs. The vice president acknowledged the cheers as his convoy drove into the state capital, Uyo, where he first paid a courtesy call on members of the state traditional council of chiefs, who were led by the council's president general, who is also the prominent ruler, His Eminence, I won't attempt his name, Dr. Solomon Utuk. The vice president, who formally informed the council of his intention to run for president in 2023, thanked the council for the warm reception and hospitality. In his remark, His Excellency Solomon Utuk described Professor Osinbajo as a cherished one who is cherished wherever he goes, adding that the vice president is a symbol of love, peace, and unity of this country. The vice president is a cherished personality. He is cherished at home, cherished abroad, and cherished everywhere he goes. He is a good friend of the state. He is also here with us. What I want to say on behalf of the Akwa Ibom State Council, State Traditional Council, is that the Almighty God that knows the beginning also knows the end. He knew you before you were born. He will protect you, guide you right, and show you the way to go. When you become president, please remember us. Offering further support for the vice president's aspiration, the prominent leader said, Your Excellency, sir, you are a symbol of love, peace, and unity of this country. You must continue to be. Whatever you want to do, may the Almighty God open the doors for you to succeed. Because if you succeed, Nigeria succeeds. If you succeed, Akwa Ibom succeeds. May God Almighty be with you and your entourage. So there it is right there. There it is right there. The Osinbajo campaign train hits Akwa Ibom. But really, the takeout from that is the comment then that the 2023 presidential election is a pivotal moment in Nigeria's history. And what happens in 2023 will tell us categorically the sort of country we're going to be, and even if we're going to continue to be a country. So a lot riding on that 2023 presidential election. That is Osinbajo's position. Thomas, I see you. World Peace, I see you. The Mighty Adelunkoko, I see you. Solly from Amsterdam, I see you. And the Mighty Baba Akure, I see you. So good to have you all, gentlemen. Let me then go first. Let me go first to Thomas and have Thomas then agree or disagree with the Vice President, Yemi Osinbajo. The 2023 election is a seminal election for the Nigerian state, and it's a make or mar moment. And he insists the man to make the country. Thomas, good to have you.
Oh, yeah. Good evening, one man. Greetings to everyone and the panelists. One man, this man is growing momentum day by day. It's growing momentum day by day. So, as Ajali rightly said every time, that every vice president love to take the seat of their boss. So, this man is growing momentum. Even I don't think we are hearing the shouts of Tinubu as we normally do, like the campaigns traveling everywhere, or people speaking, or people agreeing with him, people campaigning for him. This man is growing momentum every day. I don't know. Nobody can read the body language of Buhari. We don't know who is the anointed one. But to me, it's looking like as if maybe Buhari, he has the backing of Buhari. It's just my opinion. Because for the man to be traveling around, look at the reception you read now that they gave him. Everyone is backing him up. Even if they don't like him, they will welcome him anywhere he goes. Because presently he's still the vice president. The power is still there. The power is still there, but we don't know the anointed one that Buhari will pour the anointing oil on. But let's just see what we play out in their primaries. But I think he may have the backing of Buhari. Some people are suggesting Amechi. I don't see Amechi. To me, that's my opinion. I don't see Amechi as the anointed one to Buhari, because Osinbajo is there. He's in the Aso Rock. He knows everything. He knows whereabouts. He knows everything in the Aso Rock. It's one man. This man, it could be the anointed one man. Abi, what do you think? I don't.
Well, to Osinbajo's assertion that the 2023 election is going to be a pivotal moment in Nigeria's history, an important moment, a seminal moment. So do you agree with that? Do you understand why he's saying that? Do you agree with it? And what is your understanding of that? That 2023 is going to be the most significant election yet in the history of Nigeria. So do you agree with it? And what is your understanding of it?
Yes, I agree with him. I agree with him 100%. It's gonna come like a surprise to everybody. It's gonna come as a surprise to everybody. Even their primaries is gonna come as a surprise to everybody. People will open their mouth; they will not be able to close it. So I think the man is growing momentum. With all we saw on social media, shouting for him, people campaigning for him. Even
I think what he means by that is that it's a crossroad election where the country can either go in one direction or another direction. So it's not just yet another election, just like the 2015 election was quite significant, and the country veered in the wrong direction. So this next election now is probably, because I don't think there's no the room for error, the errors that the Nigerian state, the mistake that Nigeria as a country can make. I think we've already exhausted that. So we cannot afford that one more mistake. And that one more mistake can either be 2023 or 2023 will be the moment that we finally get it right. So that is the significance that I think is indicating that, you know, we cannot afford another error if we don't get it, because if we don't get it right in 2023, then that ends everything, a lot of people would say.
Yes, woman, you are 100% right. The woman, what baffles me most, everyone in APC campaigning, even though we know they can't get there, they are speaking, they are not speaking directly to Buhari, but indirectly in their utterances, you can see that this man has failed. They can't tell him to his face, but with their campaigns, with their manifesto, all of them, Igige, all of them. I listen to all of them, channels, Arise. You can see everything they are pointing to. It look like they are saying this man has failed, but they don't really mention Buhari's name. But with the handwriting on the wall, it's very glaring to everyone. So as you rightly said, you are right. You at least you translate that very well, because when we get it wrong, 2023 is gonna take another 16 years or 8 years in this with this bad administration. And I hope and I wish, and I will not pray. I will not pray. Prayer will not solve our problem. Action is what will solve our problem. We have prayed for so long, for 60 years we have been praying, but action now will solve our problem. But who will solve our problem, we don't know. But I hope Nigeria will choose right this time around. This is my submission, woman.
Oh, all right, thank you, Thomas. So, Thomas, let me take you then to the space. Sokoto State, the residents, they scheduled a protest, which is now apparently ongoing, insisting and demanding that the people caught for stoning to death this young girl, they be released because they were defending their faith and their prophet. So this is their position. The rest of the country, or should I say the southern part of the country, they are aghast by this going on. So this is now the position now. And we know the template of the North. Very quickly, they will overrun wherever these people are detained. They will burn the building down and rescue these people and take them away. So because they've done this several times before. So this is their position. They're protesting in the North in support of the perpetrators of the Deborah killings.
One man. It's very disheartening, very barbaric. You rightly said before, the two sections we've had, that these people will get away with this crime, and this is what is playing out here now. So if people said this, we are different in the South. One man, have you ever heard in your lifetime that somebody were killed in the South, maybe making jest of Jesus Christ, or making jest of Muhammad, or making jest of... No, I've ever heard that. At least I'm in my 40s now.
They do that in the motor parks. You know, you see people in motor parks criticizing Jesus Christ, ringing bells. People just walk around them that look at this. They don't want to. They just bracket them as mad people. That look at radio.
Yes,
you know.
People go on
they don't even hear them. Never mind getting angry, or you know, they don't even hear it. They just think that's some mad person talking, making noise.
People go by their business. They don't care. One man, this is not the first time a redeemed pastor lady was lynched to death some years ago. I don't know, maybe you know this. An old woman in his 50s or 60s was preaching in the North. He was lynched to death.
One man.
This is not the first time.
Let's forget that they did this thing because of religion. Let's forget that they did this thing because of anybody. These people are mass murderers. That's what they did.
It's not mass murder now. It's only one person that was killed.
But they are murderers. And they did it en masse. If you look at the facts, that's what they did. A group of men gathered together to murder a woman in the most vicious way possible. One of the most vicious way possible. But they now want to use, oh, we did it because of this, we did it because of that. You are murderers, you are all murderers.
Why are the Christians in the north protesting as well?
Because they will get
No,
you want Christians to be protesting in Sokoto.
My
Then
brother.
that mass murder that Solly was talking about will be instantaneous.
No, but one man, Khan Association has spoken about it and they've demanded prosecution.
Yeah, they can demand all they like, but how many demands? Are you not a Nigerian? We see this thing all the time now. They do this act of barbarism. Everybody threatens fire and brimstone because we're so aghast. They ignore you and just life carries on. They'll just ignore you now. What can you do? Nothing now.
But one man, this is creating awareness that the country needs.
You were not aware before.
No, one man, most of the country was not aware. All these things that is happening in Nigeria to most people is brand new.
All right, it's been happening for maybe it's a generational thing.
Yes, but the majority of the population is brand new.
No, it's not brand new to majority. Okay. A lot of us here, they will give you stories and stories. Is a recurring decimal. It's a recurring decimal.
Sorry, Shebi, this is one instance I'm telling you now. A redeemed woman in his 60s.
Be mindful of the language though, because I don't want to, because I'm already on a yellow mark just from YouTube.
Yes. A redeemed woman in the north were taken down. Then I remember vividly some years ago. If people in the comment section, some people will remember what I'm saying now. So it is a recurring decimal, as one man has said. So for me, let's just I don't know. If people said we are different from, they should just stay on their way.
Let me share a screen with you just to give you a reason why I'm always cautioning that language. So let me share this screen with you. So this is the back end of the channel. This is where all the data is. I'm not quite sure if you can see where my cursor is there. Can you see that yellow mark?
It's opening. No, you see opening. Yes, yes, I can see. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Can you see the yellow here?
I saw the yellow. Yes.
So that's already YouTube cautioning the language. So they are saying. Oh, yeah. So when I say people should be but carry on, yeah.
Oh yes. So this is a recurring decimal, and I hope one day Nigeria will think one man, we are different in the south. Everyone, I am a Christian. I have Muslim in my family. I can say everyone here can testify. Maybe not everyone. Some of us here, even though we are a Christian, we have Muslim in our family. Muslim, the concrete one, those one that fast and pray 5 days in 5 times in a day, but we never fight. We have been existing for hundreds of years, no fight. But these people, I don't know.
Thomas, when I come here sometimes and I say that the only way forward in that country is for us to civilize these people. And a lot of people, they recall from that language that what do you mean? But this yet another example of what I mean, So the girl, if you feel she's critical of your religion, then you sit her down and you say, look, this and this is what this man means to us. This and that is why we venerate him. We take exception to that for these reasons. So if you educate her, she probably knows better, and then she cautions somebody else that no, this is how they view it, but just they take to at the hair trigger, they take to violence. To take a human life means it's a source of celebration. It's just yamutu, yamutu. So we have to civilize this. If we don't civilize these people, then nothing is going to happen. We don't civilize them.
One man, Mike, made a statement in the morning section, and I was touched. He said some borrowed religion came to Africa, sold these two religions to us, and we go with it. We wrap it on our head, and we blacks, we are killing our sisters, our brothers, ourselves because of foreign religion. He made that statement. I think over and over again that we blacks will be doing this to ourselves with foreign religion, bring from Saudi Arabia, bring from even these English people that brought this religion. They are not doing this to themselves. They didn't put all this religion on their head like this. I hope God will help us to, as you already said, we have to civilize these people.
Thomas,
yes,
what Michael said was more than that. He was mentioning about the prophet, that the Jesus Christ and Prophet Muhammad does not look like us in the first place. He said, but we are killing ourselves because of them. And if we go to Jerusalem, the Jew will discriminate against you openly as a black person. If you go to Saudi Arabia, the Saudi will discriminate. They don't like you there, they will discriminate against you openly. They don't like you there in Saudi Arabia as a black person. And in Jerusalem, they don't. But you people are killing yourself here because of them. So that is what he said. So just to support add more to what you said. So
the Mike is right, 100% right. Is right, and we are taking down ourselves for this religion. I'm a Christian, but one man this is barbaric art. And I remember we talked very extensively about Atiku, everything, what he did, the take that his post. We have to, as Ajaliko correctly said, if everybody came out and condemned this thing, nobody will go after everybody. But if some people are saying this and some people are quiet, because if everybody is saying this and they are saying it's wrong, they will not come after everybody. But I just, woman, I'm very frustrated here. It's that lady, very pretty. I watched that. I see, this pretty lady is gone because of this barbaric act. Woman, it's just let's move on.
It's quite disheartening, but you know that you see this again. This is the real capture of the frustration that is this incident. It reemphasizes yet again just how powerless you are as a Nigerian. Somebody takes a human life, just for the vaguest of reasons that do not really hang together fully, and the mass of his people, they support his action. But the government will say they condemn it, but they are insisting, their people are saying release this person, and the government is part of their people. And very quickly you see that those people, it's either we don't hear about it anymore or they just release them, but we know that there will be no consequences. And the reason why we know that there will be no consequences is because this is not the first or second or even the umpteenth instance that this has happened, and there's never been consequences. So this is the frustration, isn't it? You're a citizen of a country with no rights, with no protection. You're at the behest of somebody's temperament. However they feel is how your life will be vested upon. Let me play you another video. Actually, I was going to put this video. This is a guy that used to date Tonto Dike. So anyway, let me play you the video. I'm going to post it as well. I was intending to post it, and I will post it, but let me. Okay, no. So let me play it for you. This just tells you the frustration of the Nigerian space. So this guy now, he has built a house that somebody wants to buy. He refuses to sell, and this is the consequence.
Everybody are still building. So I don't know where they got this order from. I don't know where this authority came from, but I will get to the root of this matter. Look at my house. Everywhere. Look at my cinema room. This is my cinema room. See my cinema room? Scattered. I spent over 700 million in building this particular building. Over 700 million that I put in this project. You know, I paid everything that I need to be paid to the government. Bros, thank you. Sorry. I paid everything that need to be paid to the government before I started this project. Just of it suddenly, because I refused to sell my property, it now become a crime. That somebody will just wake up and order that according to what the man told me, say it is the FCT minister that gave the order. I just want the world to know what is happening. By the FCT, I've told them to evacuate all my property from the place.
So there it is right there. That guy spent, you heard him, you don't take my word for anything, 700 million naira to build that property. He paid all the levies that the government required him to pay. Every single thing that was a government levy, he paid it. He registered everything. Somebody wants to buy his property. He refuses to sell. And the FCT minister orders the demolition of that property. So that is Nigeria.
One man. Do you know the only reason why it happened? Because he's not a politician.
No, it's because he's a sort. It's probably almost certainly, if we're to speculate, knowing the anyway, I don't know. Man,
if he was a politician, no. If he was a politician, would it happen to him?
How do you know he's not a politician?
Well, I don't think he's a politician.
Right. He's not a politician, man. I know that man. It's Pokogiri. They call him Pokogiri.
Yeah, it's Tonto Dige's boyfriend.
Do you know why I said that it only happened because he's not a politician? Because each politician in Nigeria that is currently sitting in power has turned themselves to a mini god, you know. So they have the power to do things like that. But if you're a politician, you can fire it back also, you know. And when you don't have any political power, no matter how much money you have in that country, they can still tear you down. So the rich also cry is what is happening.
But I can only applaud the courage of that guy because his voice was steady. I'm not sure if my voice will be steady if I'm filming a house because when it's hold on. Yeah, when you're spending 700 million naira on a house, so that means this is the house that you want. You want to just do it so nice that you want to live in a particular sort of way. And then invest a real chunk of your money to make it in this really nice little. My own idea is just a bungalow, with a garden behind for vegetables and parchments and a little, But whatever your dream is, you spend a lot of your money, a good size of your money. He's done all of that. It made sure that he complied with all of government levy, so that there is nothing at all around that house. So he can just come in at peace, take his shirt off and flex and say, look at what I have done. And because he refuses to sell it to some mala, another mala tells them to go and tear it down. This is it. It's just a lot.
His voice is calm, probably because one, his money is legit, and two, the house is probably not a large chunk of his net worth. How much is 700 million? Isn't that just like $1 million?
Just $1 million.
One man.
Can you write a check for $100 where you are? Can you write a check for $100?
Outside Nigeria, are there not plenty $1 million houses? So it's something very common.
So $1 million
just because he built it in Nigeria does not mean anything. He could have bought it abroad. It's very little of his net worth. He can get that money back, but he's confident because he can fight them back because his money is legit. He believes he can do something. He's not scared.
Fighting them back is it really doesn't mean anything because do you know what it takes to build a house? Not the spend of the money, the constant battling with contractors saying, no, I wanted it to go that place. Tear this wall down.
The stress.
One man. That is
the effort. The labor of love.
I understand, but one man. That is if you put emotion into doing something like that. If I'm
You
doing
don't
something
put
like
emotion
that,
into building a house.
because I know
You don't
life.
put emotion into building
Life,
a house.
no,
You
because I know
don't.
life.
Okay, hold on.
No matter how much you have,
Can
everything
you
can be
hold on?
taken away
Can
from
you
you
hold
one
on?
day.
Can you hold on, please? Baba Kure, you've just recently completed a building in Kure. Was that an emotional experience? We can't hear you.
Hello?
Yes. Because in fact, there is a project we are doing right now, even back in the same in Ondo State. So I had to spend a lot of time. In fact, sometimes you go crazy. It is just that you are not, maybe I don't know if any of you really involved directly, because you give somebody money. Okay, do this project for me, and they go to Orioke. They left the job undone. And you start calling, even you even regret of why did I even give it to somebody. I was still calling somebody yesterday about the solar they did for me. You know how long I've been calling about this solar? Because I was there in December, it was not working properly, and I said, oh, they have to remove it. And you know how much I've already paid on top of that again, and up to now, they have not rectified it. So it is there's a lot of attachment, a lot of stress, a lot of things that go on with it. Doesn't really matter how much you have. You might have billions of naira or dollars. Once you are involving, it is what you are doing. It is going to take a lot from you. Let alone somebody who built the house.
Imagine when you then get that thing right, and then some person says it's a government.
Yes,
he wants to come and
that is what I'm saying. That's what I have to bring in.
Yeah.
Then somebody took his time now. Do you think 700 million is small money? It's not small money. Even with this politician that they dishing 100 million, you think 700 million naira is shaking change money? That's a lot. You know how much stress this guy has to go through before he can raise that 700 million? It's not easy. It is not easy. Even if you want to go to court, now and fight it, don't you know how many years they will be battling it back and forth?
Even if you win the court case, it won't really. They've destroyed your house now.
It's not going to get value for that house because everything is just multiplied by 2.
Babakure, speaking on your solar, this thing, what was the problem? What's the problem they're telling you?
They brought 2 batteries. Though I was there in November, December. You use it for maybe for 6 hours, and everything the thing pack up. It won't turn on again until.
What kind of battery they give to you, lithium or gel?
Well, I don't know, but what they brought dry cell, 2 dry cell.
Okay. Do you have a converter? And apart from inverter, you have converter?
Which one is converter?
You have inverter, then you have a converter, you have a meter. Most people in Nigeria don't have converter. That's the problem they always have. So you kill the battery. The solar will kill the battery because the meter is supposed to stop the. There's the inputs and the outputs. When the lights come from the solar, when solar generates the light from the sun, it takes it to the battery. It stores enough juice inside the battery. Then it takes it back again, become AC that you have to use inside your house, alternative energy current.
You mean the switch? There's a switch.
No, that's switch. This is getting too technical. Sorry, let me quickly finish. Let me tell you.
This is this is his business, so he does that. So you import.
The one is killing your battery is because these batteries the battery is returning the energy plus the battery's energy too.
Okay.
There's supposed to be a meter that will stop the solar. When the solar energy is finished, it will stop the battery energy not to go out.
They have that. It's just that they have that mounted on the wall there, and there's a switch that you have to use to control it, and there's a meter where you will see how it is being how the thing is going. They connect that with the well. In fact, okay. I have battery, I have inverter, I have solar, I have the thing you are talking about. I have it on the wall. They may not provide you the genuine thing. That is the point.
Okay, you might be right.
All right.
Anything.
Baba Akure, UK is telling you that the best batteries are the German-made ones. So maybe that's the one you have to, even if it's a bit of a spend.
Not really German. Lithium battery is the best. Don't use gel.
All right.
Maybe German, whatever.
All right. So let's get back to the politics of it, and let's get back to Thomas. So Thomas, round off your thoughts on that space, and then I'll go on to Baba Akure. So you were speaking on that house.
Yes. To me, this reason, maybe we don't know what happened. Maybe the guy is building his destruction is on obstruction for drainage. We don't know the truth. I'm not saying what he said is not right, but why will you bring down that kind of house? One man, sometimes they capture some kidnappers. The governor will order them to go and demolish the house. Is it the house that kidnapped? Sometimes I find it difficult to wrap this thing around my head. Somebody kidnapped, they captured them, they saw them where they kidnapped. Even the person that perpetrated this evil is not the owner of the house. And the governor will send somebody to go and demolish the house.
Yeah, I remember once in Kaduna State, I think it was, where they accused them of having like a sex party in a hotel, and they asked them to go and demolish the hotel. And it also happened in Edo State that they said they flouted some law, or some criminals were arrested, and they told them to go and Port Harcourt to go and demolish the hotel. Why? What has the hotel?
It was politics. Opposition. Tony Kabaka was against the governor. So
yes.
But it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. Is the building the problem? No. It's the people, it's the act of the people. That's the problem, not the building. So, one man, this is Nigeria. Nigeria will be great again. Nigeria will be great.
Do you know how many people when they dismantle that hotel? Do you know how many people that they lay off? They will not be able to feed themselves because some people will be working in that hotel. When you demolish it, then those people cannot work again. Then they will contribute to the number of jobless people. So these people don't have common sense.
They don't have common sense. No. They don't have common sense. Let's move on to Baba Akure. Thank you,
all right, thank you, Thomas. So Baba Akure, let's come to you and let's take you to the eastern part of the country. Hope Uzodinma, he did not get the memo that the Easterners are after the presidential seat. So he now, alongside his best friend, Mia Malabuni, they went to the APC secretariat to submit the presidential nomination form of Ahmed Lawan, the Senate president. So what are you then making of this then? They say in Yoruba land, they call this guy Fulani Maid, and still he continues to act at the behest of his owners. So what are you making of Hope Uzodinma then? Submitting
Hope Uzodinma is the High Court. I mean,
the Supreme Court governor.
Supreme Court governor. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, it is totally in line with what happened during after they declare him as the governor. So, and you are saying that he said he didn't know that eastern part of Nigeria.
No, he didn't say that. I'm speculating that does he not know?
Okay, well, he is telling you that those people who are vying for that position in the eastern part of Nigeria, they are not qualified. And you can see what we have been saying on this platform, and though I didn't really agree with that anyway, that most people are saying here that eastern part of Nigeria, they are not really up to the task. I think that is what he saw. Well, we cannot win the election. Let me just support these people so that next if eventually APC win the election, I will get some position. So he's just been dealing with his own selfish interests. So he doesn't really care about what is going on in the eastern part of Nigeria. He cares about himself. So that is it.
All right, Baba Akure, and The goings on in Sokoto State, that seems to be the story that still dominates the headline in Nigeria. So the Northerners, as you heard and saw in picture form, they are out in protest in Sokoto State in demanding the immediate release of those people that were arrested for the killing of this girl. So what are you making of their stance as Yemi Osinbajo comes out to condemn it and Atiku Abubakar tries to defend his withdrawal of his condemnation? So all of that, wrap it up, Babakure.
Well, let me. It is very barbaric, the act, because honestly, I sometimes when I just think about it, put myself in that position. Even seeing the picture of that lady on Facebook, on everywhere, I just look at it. In fact, it is very, very barbaric act. It doesn't. It is. We cannot justify it. That's just fact. Then for these people now to come out saying that they want to protest, we can count countless number of times that something like this happen. They burn churches, they kill people, they all kind of things, but nothing happened afterward. Nobody was prosecuted, but everybody goes scot-free. So, like somebody said, like one of the imams said it, that if they don't check some people, they will still continue killing some Christian over and over again, because nobody is taking action, nobody is being prosecuted, nobody is being jailed for this barbaric action. So that is why you see this thing will continue. Then the protest, they know nothing is going to happen, so they don't be surprised. They will release those people anytime from now. You won't hear anything about it based on what you said. Remember, we could still refer to issue of Boko Haram sponsor. Do we hear anything about them today? Nothing. So the same thing is going to happen to this one. It is very hot right now that everybody is talking about it. Just wait. Just wait. In the next 1 week now, you won't hear anything about it again. That is just it.
And Osinbajo's position, he waited for Buhari because he quoted Buhari in his condemnation that the president has condemned it and so have I.
So then he has to, he has to follow his master's footstep, because he also is playing politics too. He is playing politics. He wants to be very careful and choose the right word to use, because he didn't want to. He didn't. Maybe he's seeking for the support of Buhari and he has not got it yet, or maybe he has already got the backing and he don't want to offend him, so he don't want to jump the ship. So he has to wait and let the master talk first, then see what he can take out of what he say and to his own, so that at least to make sense that he says something, that he doesn't really stay away like Tinubu. And for that of Atiku, like I said yesterday, he is just being very careful, because knowing fully well that if he continue like that way, a lot of people will not vote for him in northern part of Nigeria. Not even a lot. 90% of them or 90% of them will not vote for him. And don't be surprised. Don't be surprised, one man. You see this thing that happens. It is now going like, okay, South against North now again. If you look at it, because central part of Nigeria now is so really concerned about what happened to that lady, because she's a Christian, though she's an Hausa, but we still are very much concerned about it. Then with the issue of what Atiku just said, the post that he posted and deleted and posted another one in the Hausa language. Don't be surprised. Even if Tinubu get the nomination, I am telling you, and I will say it over and over and over. You see these people that are still supporting Tinubu in the northern part of Nigeria, they will support Atiku at that time, because it's going to be North against South again. And that is why I think Atiku is being careful with what he said. That is my take on that.
All right, but
one man, let me ask about a correct question.
Go
Ask
on.
me.
Baba Akure, just
Have you
imagine,
forgotten the question?
just imagine Nigeria without the North. How do you think Nigeria will look like?
It will be a better place. There's no doubt about that. And this is the reason why people are calling for separation. It doesn't really matter if it is southern Nigeria. I think that may even much more appropriate, because we cannot continue like this. It is showing you that we have different mentality and different behavior. And one man, you mentioned, oh, we have to educate these people, we have to do this, we have to do that. One man, I think that one is gone already. It's gone to dog. The best thing, either Southern want to be southern part of southern Nigeria, like just Southern Sudan and Sudan. I think that might be the end of Nigeria anyway, because we cannot continue like this. You can imagine those people that you are telling us now to sensitize. Let's educate them. Where did this barbaric incident happen? Is it not on the school premises? Are you telling me that they have not been sensitized? Are you telling me that these people don't know what is wrong to right? Are you telling me that these people don't have brain? On the school premises, we are not talking of Sokoto market. We are not talking of Kano market. We are in the Majiri state. We are talking of inside campus. So there is no sensitized. There is no much education you want to give them that is going to change the mentality. That is what I see. And one of the problems is that, do you know those people that gather themselves and display play card? If this lady could have been a politician daughter, they will not even do that. They will not even try it. They won't try it. And if they try it, I am telling you, like this people, somebody come and display play card, they will not even try that. And you see these people that are hidden under political ambition, they will come out very fast and condemn it, and where this person must be bring to book, because they are of the same cancers. Because it is politician daughter. It is poor people that always suffer most in Nigeria.
Baba Akure, the only remedy for this country is total separation. This will enable those religious extremists to be living and practicing what their beliefs are, you know. So I think the only remedy.
We are not talking about religion right now, because we don't have any problem with religion. We have Muslim in the southern part of Nigeria. We have in Oyo State, we have in Ogun State, we have in Osun State that are even mostly dominated by Muslim. We don't see all these barbaric acts. We celebrated Christmas together. We celebrated Muslim festivity. We celebrate together.
Baba Akure, you must remember, these people, they are extremists, you know. So they it's still part of religion, because there are some persons, they are Muslim and they are Christians, but they don't take their religion offline too far, like. Well, so these ones, they've been brainwashed, and they've taken it to a greater level that nobody can comprehend. You know, well, extremely. So you cannot. There's no way you can you can teach them what to do anymore, because they've been brainwashed.
Ejiro, I am not. Well, you are very right in some senses, but I will also tell you that if you go to the northern part of Nigeria, if anything happens, let's just say you are not even blaspheming Muhammad now. If anything happens, remember, they will turn it to religion fight. We've seen this so many times. So it is no issue of extremists. It has been the culture of northern part of Nigeria. We have seen a lot of things that happens in Jos, Kaduna, all over just like that, where they burn churches just because of little things.
Anyway, Baba Akure, the beauty of this whole thing is, thank God, no one will live forever on this earth. You know, you are happy. They are happy today. They took away the life of somebody else painfully, unlawfully. Well, the anger of God Almighty will soon befall all of them. That is my take.
You know, we've been waiting for that anger for a long time. You know, have we not? How long have we been waiting for the anger? We've been
One
waiting for that anger.
One man, you very funny.
No,
What did the Bible say?
you-
One man. What did the Bible say? Bible say, hold on, one man. The Bible, if you are conversant with your scriptures, Bible says God is slow to anger, very slow. So 1,000 years in the eyes of man, according to the Bible, is just a day in the eyes of God. So it's going to definitely come. It's a question of time.
Can I say something?
Yeah, come
Go
in,
ahead.
UK.
Yeah, thou shall not kill. I mean, that's the law, and this law is a
Exactly.
universal law. So once you
Exactly.
kill, I mean, something must surely come, but we don't know when it will come.
Well, that is what
That's
one
my
man
point.
is talking about. We don't know when it's going to come. It has been there for a very long time, and we still experiencing when the time is going to come. Even me, I concur with one man said this morning. I was saying to myself that so we've gone. Nigeria has already gone beyond the tip of breaking up, but nothing happened. So when is that thing going to happen? What is it going to trigger it that will make it happen? We've gone through a lot of things that even look at answers.
One man, I'll send something to you now on Instagram. What's it better? What's it better? Okay.
So look at what happened on answers. We've seen a lot over. Even the politicians take us for a ride. Even with how things are going on in Nigeria right now, you will still see people line up in the next election and collect 5,000. They don't care. And we still remain the same. And then you'll be making us, this thing, the food is too expensive. Hey, 11,500 school closed down. Even 11,500 school closed down in Nigeria. That already showed that Nigeria is supposed to have gone for completely for dog. What happened? Did anybody do anything? But quickly, people can just come out and display play card just because of religion. But the same region now, 11,800 or 11,500 school closed down because of terrorist activities. Do they display play card? No. So it is clearly showing you that there is no much sensitization, no much education you can put to these people that is going to change things. But
is it not a lack of education really that underpins? Because they don't know better, so they act as they know. But if we civilize them, if we don't civilize them,
one man, what kind of civilization are you asking? Because this barbaric act, please. Just a moment. This barbaric act happened on the school premises. We are not talking of somebody who's going to get kindergarten. We are not talking of somebody who's going to secondary school. We are talking of people who are in the highest institution, 200 level for that matter.
Woman, please, can you show that video?
Yeah, I'll show it in a moment. But let's hear from Joseph. Joseph, good to have you.
Oh, good to be here. Though I've been a silent watcher every time, but I just want to make a.
Are you subscribed?
Yes, definitely.
You have to be subscribed to be on the screen.
I have. Actually, I've been on the screen one. I think maybe last month or there.
Okay.
So regarding the issue of the killing, taking down this lady, to be factual, if you have not lived in the north, you will think it's easy to change them. It is easier than done. I was living in Kano. Kano was like my second home, and in fact, the educated among them are the most vicious ones because they use them to perpetrate this evil. One person can be feeding about 200 people, and what do they eat? Just what they call cocoa and kose, that is beans and akara or thereabout. And once they say go, they only hear go, they don't hear call. In 1991, when Rehad Bonke came to Kano, you know how many people died. I was in Kano that time. So their own is not religion alone, but culture. It contributes a lot because they are short with short fuse rather. When I was serving in Kano, if you go to Malam and you want to buy meat as a man, you better not price it anyhow. But when a lady goes there, in fact, there's no the amount of bargain, they will sell it. So when we're there, we got that idea, and every time we want to buy meat, we send a lady. But if you're a man and you go there and price it anyhow, you may be in trouble. So is part of the culture.
Yeah,
and,
but we have to reorient them. We have to civilize them.
Yes, but to reorient them, if they are willing, and the leaders there, they are not willing, they will resist.
We don't have to
vehemently.
pump mass education. We have to pump mass education.
Yeah, I will give you an instance.
Hold on, this was what Awolowo said, and it's still what. Yeah.
In fact, it's exactly the reason why Awolowo was unable to win the North, because Professor Akintoye said it sometimes ago in his message that when he was a young senator and he was sent to Sokoto and he met one Alaji, he said, "Oh, yeah, we heard that your leader wants to bring free education to the North. Does he know that we don't need this?" And with that campaign, there is no way he can win here, because we need these children. That once they are educated, then their eyes will be open. So what are we saying? Since from day one, they have known this, and because they practice a kind of feudal system, they will not allow that to happen. If it's only just the riffraffs, the Almongeries alone, it could have been better. Look at Jonathan, all the schools that he did for them, Almongere schools, which of them is functioning now? Almost none. Because the leaders, they know exactly the meaning of all these things. So what will they do? They make sure that they keep them in perpetual slavery. So, and they use religion, because it's as if that religion goes with the culture. And I heard someone saying, I don't know if it was Ola, that cannot happen in the South. We better be watchful.
One man, can
someone like Murik, sorry, just 1 minute. Yeah. Someone like Murik, the type of narrative he's bringing, if we are not careful, if people should catch that, then we are in trouble. So it can happen anywhere. Even in Sabo, in Lagos, it can happen. Once you have about 10 or 15 of them, they will do it. Thank you. Sorry.
Well, all right, thank you. Let's hear from UK, and then we go on to Ajan Lekoko.
Yeah. What I want to say about these people, this reorientation you guys are talking about, this thing is deeply rooted in them. There's no amount of reorientation that can change these people. Yeah, except this generation, and the only people that can change them is their moms. Those ones, if they come to preach, for that kind of thing, they will eliminate them, because a lot of people will be against it, because they just want to be in that way of life. And one thing I want to say is that the only part of Nigeria that me, UK, prefer is the western part of Nigeria, which is Yoruba. I like Yoruba land, because if you see what is going on in Nigeria, and I think that is why there's a lot of population explosion in Lagos and other Lagos surroundings. Because if you go to the southeast, you can't even enjoy the atmosphere. Then if you go to south side, the same thing. But for Yoruba, like I'm beginning to know Yoruba, they are very, very accommodative. You know, they accommodate everybody. Unlike, and that's what I was even talking with my wife now. Yeah, my wife said that a lot of Igbos who have been in other parts of Yoruba and they raise their children there and they retire there, you can't even know that they are not from Yorubas. So that's what I want to say.
All right, thank you, UK. Let's go on to Ajan Lekoko. Hopefully we have you. Ajan Lekoko, do we have you?
I'm here, woman.
Brilliant. So Ajan Lekoko now. Solly sent in this video that captured the goings on. So I'll try and play it. I have to mute the voice very quickly because
majalisa mai alfarma sarkin musulmi amma jami'an tsaro sun ja musu layi duk da yake ana harba bindigogi harsasai.
Oh, okay. That's about as much of it. But that's the
one man. I just sent one now.
Oh, okay.
It's another area.
So that's the goings on in Sokoto now.
Wow.
The protestations against the arrest and detention of these people that killed this girl. So this is the Nigeria. This is Nigeria as it is now. The difference in mindset.
One man. And everybody. Yesterday, when I was telling you that the action of Atiku Abubakar to withdraw his post on Twitter was a tactical one to save his political career. A lot of people were bashing me here. But with this process we see, this is just the beginning. Where it's going to lead to and how it's going to spread, where it's going to spread to, we don't know. So, religion in the North is same as culture. And people's culture, you can't take it away from them. You cannot separate religion and culture in the North. They are intertwined. It's different from we in the South. We know what religion is and we know culture. Our culture is separated. We can separate both. So when you see them acting or reacting this way in the North, you should understand that this is the culture that is so dear to their heart. This is who they are. You can't take it from them. So I'm not surprised that they started demonstration against the arrest.
In fact, it's all over
people.
and it's very violent. They started to break shops. They started to. It's wild now in Sokoto. It's just chaos.
So I am not sure because this is not the first time. It happened when was it? Was it in the 90s?
Yes, 1991.
Maybe 1999. This Igbo guy, because of his, as they describe, he made a blasphemous statement against Holy Quran, or maybe they tear some passage of Quran. They tear some leaflet of Quran on the floor in the market. They went after this guy. They wanted to lynch him. Police waded in. They took this guy to detention. In reaction to this, they started the demonstration. They went to that police station. They overrun the police station. They took this guy out. They killed him. They cut his head and hung it on the stick and walk him around the street and in the marketplace to show to Igbo people that you dare not make a blasphemy against our religion. You dare not mess with our what do you call this? Our holy book. They killed a lot of Igbo. This is who they are. And Atiku Abubakar knew his people very well. That is why he tactically and quickly withdrew that statement. If he had stick his head into this battle, it would have been fighting a one-man war. And there's no way he would have won. And that would have destroyed his political career. And what is connected to Atiku Abubakar is not, the PDP is connected to him. It's going to put PDP in a very serious problem, political problem. Because the others in APC will jump into that space and use it against Atiku and use it against PDP, and they will lose massively in the north. So it is just who they are. They have done it before. They've done it again now. And it's not going to stop. They're going to continue to do it. Their leader themselves knows that any blasphemy statement against the prophet, no, you cannot get away with it. They will not take it from anybody. They won't take it from anybody. This is what is connected to their heart. This is their life. And this is everything to them. So it's just unfortunate that we are in a country that, particularly as we are in the modern world, this sort of thing is still happening to us. But that is what that is who they are in the north. And everybody that is not sensitive to this, when you live there, you have to know the kind of statement you make against their religion and against their holy prophet, you know, for your safety. Don't do it. Don't go there. Once you do it, you cross the line, and they will come out and massacre you, and nothing will come out of it. So it's unfortunate we are going through this.
All right, thank you, Ajanle Koko. Let me acknowledge Alexander Gomez's super chat, which is pointing in the direction of the ever expanding Baba Akure. It says Kerio Baba Akure looking like the governor of Ondo State.
One man, you can't even speak Yoruba.
Yeah, good.
You know, the man said Kerio.
Okay, is it Kerio? Oh, yes. Kerio Baba Akure looking like the governor of Ondo State, majestic and full of authority. Kuisheo, my brother. So that is Alexander Gomez via super chat, acknowledging the rosy cheeks of Baba Akure, looking like a fine boy from Canada. So that's
Chief Akpelua.
Look at that. You certainly look the part. So just go and take that title. Give us a reason to come to Ondo and come and eat asun. Is it that you do asun there, don't you? And yes,
we do all that.
Yeah, so we come and eat asun and palm wine. Yes. So yes. Yeah.
Can I address Adina Koko?
Yeah, carry on.
Ogadele Koko. Good morning to everybody. I understand what you said. The debate yesterday was not about what Atiku did or did not do. The debate was that did he actually was courageous? That was what the debate was. We understand the problem with the northern people with religion. But sometimes, if you don't let people know when not to cross the line, they'll continue doing what they think is right. They always view that they are right in what they did. You know, I've always been that person on this platform and other platforms. I've always been against religion, either Islam or Christian, meddling in society or meddling in politics. You see, it's a tragedy that Nigeria is that kind of a country where this kind of things happens. That the fact that Atiku did not speak or he spoke is not what even the issue was. The issue is we need to let these people know that you people are crossing the line. You have no whatever reason for whatever any justification to take the life of another person.
Rational
Life
mind.
is sacred.
Can I interject?
Hold on. Before I lose my train of thought, you cannot take the life of people. Only the Constitution and the government is sanctioned to do that. They can imprison if they so decide to end the life of that person. Let the government do that. Let the judicial system do that. Not some kind of traditional or religious way of doing things. Because this is a recipe for disaster, for anarchy, by allowing one religion to want to have their way in everything. No, that's not a society. That's not our way to run a society. We're truly saying that we are one under one constitution that should apply to everybody. Now, let us now talk about what this guy said. We have listened to the WhatsApp comment or the WhatsApp message that this girl sent in the group. Let me give an example. I used to belong to a group, my alumni from my school. There's this particular people who like to drop in religious, like Christian thing. Like I had to tell the administrator of that group that, look, are we here for the progress of our school, or are we here to talk about religion? Being a Christian myself, I went against it because I don't want whereby we start promoting one religion against another religion. The other people are Muslims. So the point I'm trying to make here is this. What the guest said was not bad. He said, this WhatsApp group is for academics. Let's not bring...
All right. Rational Mind, for time, just quickly wrap it up and let Ajan Lekoko address it. Yeah.
So my point is that what the guest said was not out of place. He never insulted Muhammad, whatever they said that he was. He said. All she said was, let us stop posting nonsense in this chat. This is for academics. So the thing is, these people, anything and everything triggers them. So we need to define that area, that boundary for them. So by not saying anything, you just say, okay, because of my vote, I'm going to lose 1 million votes. To hell with our votes. You need to speak the truth. Let them know so that these things will stop. If we don't stop it, it will continue. It could be our family next time. It could be any person close to us. That's just the point I want to make.
All right. Let Solly insert what he wants to insert, and then Ajan Lekoko can respond to that briefly, and then we go on to another talking point. Solly, you wanted to add?
Rational Mind, did you say that Atiku's tweet was courageous? Now, if you did say his tweet was courageous, why did he delete it? Now, if you want to, if he deleted it and he is courageous, why did he not tweet it again?
And someone tweeted an apology, an apologetic
I did not say it was courageous. Okay. I did not say it was courageous. Don't get me wrong. It was other people that said it was courageous thing on the spot. I said no, it was.
Then that question should be for them.
Okay. My position is that Aliki posted out what he posted out his dissatisfaction to the killing of that lady, but the backlash was too huge for him to handle, and he knew that it's going to spread like a wildfire. This is what the backlash is, what is bringing this action of protest today. He knew that he cannot fight a one-man war. You don't go alone to fight a war. You must go with a group of people. Well, you can decide. Let me finish.
Because Buhari somewhat said the same thing.
Forget about Buhari. Buhari has nothing at stake.
Why was he scared? He
Hold
was
on.
scared, and he still didn't post it till now.
Can you listen? Buhari has nothing at stake. He's the president of the country. He has the responsibility to make such statement, and he made it. He's not going to recontest for presidency. And unlike Atiku Abubakar, whose interest is at stake now.
Osinbajo too has something at stake.
Osinbajo referred to what do you call the president, that is stand by what the president said. So he's using president as a cover. You understand what I'm saying? So, but what I'm telling you, other in the race, other aspirants in the race across the party line were not making any statement because they know it's going to ruin their political career. They know the volatility, how volatile it is, religious it is in the north. And religion particularly is what drives the politics in the north. Religious and tribe, that is what drives politics in the north. And religion carries more weight than any other thing. It's their culture. So Abubakar, that review it, I'm not supporting him for, deleting that post, but it deleted it tactically in order not to ruin his political career. Politicians have interest they are pursuing, and when it is that interest when they achieve, when it goes well with them, that interest will translate into power, into them grabbing power. So, but if you foolishly destroy your interests, then you are dead politically. And it doesn't want to die politically. It doesn't want to ruin the chance of his party. It doesn't want to ruin the chances of others. And that is why it tactically withdraw. I'm not supporting it, but we have to be mindful of the reason why he withdrew it, and he did what he got to do to save his political career. If we are in the same shoe like him, we will do the same thing if we are politicians. So that is my point. We have to be very objective.
I'm not seeing Atiku saving any career there. First of all, he put that post out there. Putting that post out there, putting that post out there, the North already hitting on him that they're not going to vote for him. Deleting that post, the South are saying, "Oh, you are a coward. You've deleted the post. We are not voting." So in both sides, he has lost. In my opinion,
forget about it. He's not losing anything. He has done what he ought to do to settle down this dust. The dust that is brewing now concerning the killing of that girl he has to be tactical to let the dust settle down. And then
why is he deleting it? That's the question now. Why did he delete it then?
I have told you, it's a tactical move to save his political career.
He's a coward. There's no tactical move.
You can describe him as a coward. Why are others not making statements as well? Where is your Tinubu? Where's your Obi? Where's your Onu? Where are Amechi? Where are others? Why can't they speak? You think they're stupid?
I am spoke.
Which I am?
Pius I am.
Does he have career? Does he have what chance? What is his chance?
Retract your statement.
Don't say that, but you're
saying
exactly.
What is the chance of IM? What is the chance of IM? We are talking about serious candidates. Did you see Tinubu speak? Did you hear Tinubu speak?
It is better.
No, just let's be realistic. Don't let us be one-sided. We have told you.
I understand.
Yes, just let's leave it. He has not done anything right, but to totally want to destroy him and condemn him as this thing. No, we have to be objective.
Listen. Nobody's trying to destroy him.
Oh yeah, that is what you guys are playing here.
Hold on. It's better you don't even tweet it in the first time than you tweeting it. But he's saying that he's not the one who won't tweet it. It was his Twitter handler. So which even means that not even him. It would have been like Tinubu and the rest of them giving.
Do you know how many things this guy positioned this guy has took in the past that he suffered a serious backlash?
I know.
On the Sharia matter, hold on. On the Sharia matter, when they started this thing with Obasanjo back then, he called them that it was political Sharia that they were introducing, and it is not good for the country. Do you know how the Northerner came against him? Hold on. Do you know how the Northerner came against him? When in his association with the South here, it's even costing him everything in the North. Come on, man. You got to be reasonable with this guy. You don't have to be very antagonistic of him all the time.
He was the one who said it on channels that when he went against Sharia. But back then, we never hear PEM.
No, it is true. I follow that place very well. It is true. He stood with Obasanjo.
That space.
He stood with Obasanjo family. He was condemning them.
But what did they do?
He was condemning all the northern governors.
No.
Okay. That's fine.
It never happened that
fine.
way. It did not happen the way you're saying.
Okay.
He could have expressed his displeasure. Maybe in private.
He did it back then because I followed it very well.
Never knew.
And that is why he is referring to the same thing in his recent video when he went to Edo State.
That man is lying. It's like his lie is becoming too much.
Oh, okay. Your own people are not lying.
Well, I'm not saying Tinubu keeping silent is
they are all the same. They are all the same. You just take it like that. That's what I'm saying.
They are all the same.
Yes.
But let us know if I flog this article matter. That article, because he said it was better than the rest. No. In the first place, he said he never approved it. So he never said it in the first place. It was his street handlers because they felt that they knew him.
He has to say hello, rational man. He has to say something why he withdrew it. But he posted it, whether his handler posted it or him posted it, he have to be tactical and come out with a reason why he withdrew it. That is just what he did there. But
I understand.
Among all of them, if others like Tinubu, Amechi, and all the rest jump into that space like him and posted something, it would not have withdrew it. It would have been a battle. All of them are fighting together. But him alone, to go and fight this battle, that would have been the end of his political career, the end of everything. Do you know how they could have demonstrated in the state? Do you know how they could have come up together in the state and go and destroy everything that we have? Come on, we have to be very careful.
Aizon is asking, why doesn't he come out now and make a statement on the issue? Make it clear that the murder is unacceptable. So he's defending a position, but what is his position? So why doesn't he come out now and take a position on the matter, since he's already at the heart of it?
Where are other politicians as well?
But he's already in the controversy of it. So he stands accused of withdrawing a statement. So why doesn't he then take a position so that people then know that this is his position, because he already stands accused?
What do you mean by position? What's position again? He has already taken a position. He already taken a position. What position does he want him to take further than what he has taken?
He has withdrawn it. He has deleted it, and he said he did not authorize it. So that then sets him back to ground zero. So he's now out ground zero now. But what is his position to what happened in Sokoto State?
His position is as the same position with other politicians. Period. That is it.
Silence.
That is the same position with other politicians, like Tinubu, like Amechi. Is the same position.
Is Oshibajo more courageous than Atiku?
Well, people can say that, whoever wants to say that, but we can, if we listen to Oshibajo, you will see it is hiding under the cover of the president. Our president have condemned it. It is shameful. It is so he's making reference to president condemnation of the incident. So Atiku is the same position with other leading aspirants in this race. That's the same position.
This matter then? Why are you overflowing this matter then?
What do you mean by overflogging? Is you people
because you are doing what about Ajalekoko? You are doing what about?
You guys trying to massacre him. You expecting him to take on his people.
No.
That is stupidity. You cannot do that in politics. Politicians are very, very sensitive to the position their people stand. And you want him to have a head-on against his people. It's not possible, man.
Hold on, rational mind. Let's hear from Joseph. Joseph, you wanted to come in.
Yes, I understand what Ajalekoko is trying to say. It's just like in Yoruba, they say,
Thank you.
In a situation like that, when Oshibajo speaks, it's different from when Atiku speaks. Because He is from the north, and it's easier to destroy everything that he has worked for. Though it can be cowardice, but they will do it. They won't do it to OSINBAJO. He may lose his political relevance, but his assets, everything will still be intact. But in the north, they will go for him. In fact, even if you look at this imam, the imam that was removed in Abuja, if you see the tweet that he put on, that that girl has crossed a red line, that we have a red line, and all of them, that is their mindset. Let's be factual. All of them.
Thank you, Joseph.
That is their mindset. They are completely different from Southerners. Their religion and their culture are just the same. That is why I said it the other time, that their leaders are the problems. Their elites are the problems. How many emir has come out to speak against it? They won't. Because they will do. I remember when I mentioned it the other time, when I was in Kano in 1991. The emir of Kano has to call all the churches that they should not hold, they wanted to hold a crusade, Rehad Bonki, at racecourse. He told them that, please look for a church that has a field. Go and host it there. I will pay back whatever you have paid in racecourse. Do you know that still led to riots that killed thousands? So is their mindset. Have they not attacked the former emir before? They have attacked him. So you see, we have some people, it's just like this politics. We have some people that they are like rent seekers. They feed fat on all these things. Like we have people like Isha Kurabiu in Kano. We have so many of them like that. So he knew his people. He knows them. Only they always say that so that is the point. So what he has done is wrong, but tactically he's trying to just stand by the side and see what others will say.
What about conviction, Joseph? What about
conviction? That is why I told you that to them, if you ask them between politics and religion, they will go for their religion and their culture. They don't mind anything.
But Atiku is not naive to space, and is certainly not naive to the
north.
Yes,
that is why.
So he knew all this before he made the statement.
Yes, that is why.
So why didn't he stand by it? Why didn't he stand by it? Why is it? Would you describe Atiku as a man of his words? Would you describe him as a man of his words?
No, he is not a man of his word. But if you look at it,
there you are. Then
what I'm saying is, if you look at it, he may not be the one that wrote it directly, but he was thinking maybe others will contribute. No, I'm not siding him, please. Get me right. He may think that others will do the same, but immediately he saw that, whoa, there's a backlash. He quickly removed it, because even their own contemporary, we start lashing at him. The same thing. Even Buhari, every one of them.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Now, let us analyze what Atiku said in this tweet. Did he condemn Islam? Did he condemn those people that did it? Or did he condemn the killing of that girl? What exactly did he say in that tweet?
No, majorly he condemned the killer. Okay. That the people that did this.
He condemned the killing and asked for justice. So
yes.
What are you? Where are we going with this? Rational mind.
So the point is,
I don't know where he's driving at.
The point I'm trying to make is this: that if he had condemned the killing of that girl, that should suffice. That should not be an issue. So I let him stand by that.
But they will tell you that it's justified for doing that. Let's be factual. If you have, that is why I said, if you see anybody that have lived with them in the north, you will know that you don't. Okay, when I was in Kano in Sabongeri, my brother was a printer. that just one of these printing press, and we printed some of these leaflets that they give out in the mosque. Do you know, immediately we finished the job and they came around to pick it up, they told my brother that he can no longer touch it. That is their mindset. If you think, oh, what is the big deal? Was I not the one that printed it? And you touch it, you are done. You are done.
See what I'm saying? You see the point I'm making here?
That is the reason why we must know that we are not one. We are never one. So it's people that are sometimes they just want to be politically correct, that, oh, we can manage it. Never. I'm telling you, ask anybody, or you just put in the comment, if anybody have lived in the north and can give us their own experience. I tell you what they will tell you, what they will write. Yes. So I live in Kano, I live in Kaduna, I know the way they behave. Once you know they are saying anything, just move away. If you don't move away, you may be a victim.
Yeah, but is that acceptable though?
It's not. It's not.
But this is where the problem is, because
we
cannot live like that.
It's not. Let me tell you now.
Hold on. We cannot live in fear of these people.
No, we can't.
But do we be coward at the sight of Allah?
If you look at all the mainstream, yeah. But if you look at all the mainstream press in Nigeria, was there any of them that discussed it? In fact, yesterday, when this lady in Arise News just mentioned it, Ope, or what is her name? Ope. Do you know they quickly gloss over it? Nobody wants to talk about it. Nobody. That is to tell you the way they have been cowed somehow. Nobody wants to say anything about it. All the mainstream.
Did you hear what Buhari said to Pantami, that they should be clamping down every social media outlets in Nigeria that discusses it?
That's essentially blaming the girl rather than the...
No, all the North, they blame the girl.
You see the point we're making? The
girl is not from the South. The girl is from Niger State. It's not from the South. But that religion, like in Kano now, is only one local government that where you have Christians, and is the poorest place, because even their allocation, they make sure that they suffer them. If you talk about job, they make sure they don't get as much as other. Just one local government.
So what are we saying then? So how we one country then? When we have to live in fear.
No, it's only when we want to be politically correct that we say we want one country. We are never one.
Right. Let's get back to Ajan Lekoko to round off his thoughts on that space. Ajan Lekoko, a very controversial topic and one that agitates pretty much every Nigerian. Ajan Lekoko.
Let me thank Joseph for being very objective and for his efforts to enlighten the Southerner.
The yam heads.
They just want to look at things in just one way. The other way, they don't want to look at it. How they pray in the other side of the country. They don't want to understand. They just want to be looking at it. Oh, this is the way we are. This is this. These northern people, we have told you their religion is their culture. They don't mess with it. Look at all what Joseph has just told us and enlightened us. So, Atiku, if he has stick his head, everything he have on earth will be destroyed. They will go after it, everything, and they will destroy it. And that'll be the end of him. Are you suddenly going to save him? Will you be in the position to save him?
Well, if he wants to be president, he has to be courageous.
Don't forget about being president, Yale. Would you save your head first when you see a war coming on you? Would you run when you will run to a place of safety where you know you'll be safe? This is what he has done.
What is in war? What is in war?
What is in war?
should be on social media.
And then when he did it, he saw the backlash. You still wanted him to put his head and continue fighting a war he cannot win.
Why did he go into the battle that he's not ready to go into?
Look, he who fight and run away, live to fight another day. That is the way. That is the way war is. That is the way war is fought. But at this time, he cannot win it, and you people are not ready to vote for him. The greater constituency that is the constituency that he will get is a greater part of his vote are his people. And his people are telling him that we don't want this, and you want him to continue to fight his people. It is not logic. That doesn't make sense. You don't do that as a politician. You got to.
What are you talking about?
Hold on. No. What I'm talking about, you should understand. You don't want to show understanding. That's the problem. You don't want to be objective.
Mr. Aja, I understand.
Joseph just explained everything about who they are. And you still want that guy to go and fight a battle he cannot win.
Even if Joseph does not explain
he's a politician like every other person. They are all the same. I'm not supporting him, but I'm just trying to be very objective that, look, it's a tactical withdrawal, and we should just leave him that, okay, he withdrew, leave him with other politicians. They are playing politics, and it is not good for us as people. It is condemnable.
The only time I countered you was when you said it was courageous. That was the only part I said there. I'm not all the things you said. I understand why you withdrew all those things. But you said yesterday it was courageous. That was what
by posting out to condemn it.
It wasn't courageous. No, it wasn't courageous.
That was a courageous move. But
no, he was cloud chasing. He was cloud
chasing. Consume him and he withdraw. The backlash will consume him and he withdraw. It withdrew.
It was
that's a tactical way a politician. That's a tactical way. That's a tactical withdrawal right there. That was a tactical withdrawal. You might not understand it. You won't understand it because you never been in the game of politics before, and that's why you don't understand it. If you have carried a ballot, if you have gone out to campaign to people, and the people are saying, okay, we don't want this, and you want to push back at your people, how would they give you food? They are all playing politics. It is wrong that he couldn't say, but he has no any other choice. He has no any other choice than to withdraw.
Ajale Koko,
Moja better choice.
Moja Ajale Koko, Atiku was not courageous. He was deceptive. That's what he was. He wasn't courageous at all. Zero.
All right.
We understand.
If that's your position, that is fine.
We understand why we drew.
Yeah.
Because of a backlash. Yeah, we understand with the old games and everything. Not. But the point is,
what will he have done different? What will he have done different to save his political career? You guys should tell me.
You don't pick a battle you cannot fight.
No, I'm telling you, I'm asking you a question. What will he have done different to save his political career?
The best thing is don't even tweet it in the first place. Don't even tweet it in the first place. Because you know your people. That would have been the best thing for him. That way we know that.
And that is why he told you.
That is what he could have done different.
Hold on, gentlemen. And that is why he told you that he did not approve it. His media world did not ask him before they do it. So it's a tactical withdrawal.
Stop.
That is a tactical withdrawal. On that side, yes, that's a tactical withdrawal. You don't go to fight a one-man war. You will lose and you'll be crushed. And they will send you to gallows.
I think he has lost twice. Because from that tweet, the people in the north, they already know that this is his position and they will not forgive him.
Exactly.
So him coming out in Hausa language to try and obfuscate is just a nonsense because they've already made up their position. But then he coming to withdraw that statement, he has also now lost the South somewhat. Who are disappointed that he is not showing anything. So
he's not going to lose nothing.
Negative. It comes out of this in a negative. However he wants to square it.
He didn't lose nothing. It's you people that are viewing it like that. He's not losing nothing. It's the same like politician. If tomorrow he becomes the candidate of the of the party, and they choose Obi as the vice president, and what do you call it? Tinubu is the candidate on APC, and he choose Hausa man, Igbo man will vote for him. What are you saying he's going to lose? Igbo man will line behind him and vote for him because he has his own son, he has an Igbo son behind him. It is a matter of tribal politics, and this thing we play in Nigeria, and that is what is destroying it. So,
after today's protest,
what do I say? What are you saying?
Following his removal of his tweets, there is now protest the next day. What do you think the people in the South, do you think they will really vote for him?
They will vote. What I'm telling you, if tomorrow, hold on, Soli, if he's the candidate of the party of PDP, and Obi is the vice president to him, and on APC side, Abiola, what do you call, Tinubu is the candidate on APC, and he has Hausa behind him, or Fulani. Fulani people will see, what do you call this guy? ATIK, as a person that can still protect their own interests, because he will go around then, go to places and tell them where we are the same people, they will vote on, and Igbo people will vote for him as well. And Yoruba people will vote for Tinubu. That is the way your politics plays. So you want him to sacrifice now for his people to continue fighting against his people. That is what you want. You think it's stupid?
It doesn't matter anymore. He has lost everything already.
Okay, until then you will see. Don't worry.
Let us wait until then now.
Let's wait until then. Yeah, let's wait until then. Then we will know.
All right. So until then, even the comment section is quite an involved conversation. But then, of course, the Ajale Koko Massive, his Ajale Koko posse, led by George Blue Shell, they are saying Ajale Koko is right. But then if Ajale Koko says black is white, I think the comment section will still tell us that he's right. So there it is.
One man, not all of them. One man, not all of them.
Okay. Ajale Koko, say black is white now, and let's see what they will tell you. They will say yes, Ajale Koko is right. They don't have.
I'm surprised.
The comment section will say yes, it's right.
I'm surprised as most of you that are men.
Ajale Koko is supporting Yam Head Atiku.
Our only lady there in the commentary section, Booksman, is very, very objective in her commentary.
Because she supported you, right?
No, she understood. She knew the way things work in that space. And she's trying people that are trying to enlighten you people. You Southerners don't want to listen. Joseph just try everything to enlighten you people, to tell you how that place is. You are still trying to say, let us cut articles there.
Okay, but Ajale Koko, you keep on saying how the place is. So should our words now be choked? Isn't that like we're choking ourselves? We're thinking.
That is it.
Doesn't that put us in a choked position for us to be minding our words in our own country?
That is the point.
Who is
so? Ajale Koko, listen, Ajale Koko, let me make this point. All the things you said, being tactical, not being tactical, whatever English word, I understand. I get it. But the point we're making is this: that he should have even made that move in the first place if you know he wasn't prepared for it.
In his defense, he has told you that he didn't give approval. It was his manager, his social media manager that did it on his behalf. And when he saw it, he asked him that, why didn't you consult me before you did this sensitive posting? And he asked him to withdraw it.
So, which means
Ajale Koko, one man asks you now, what is the position now? What is his position now?
His position now is the same position with Tinubu, with Amechi, and all of them.
It's
the same position.
It's the same as them.
It's politics.
It's the same as them.
Yeah, it's the same. I'm not saying it's not the same as them. They are the same people.
Why we overflogging this thing as is yesterday?
It's the same as them.
It's the same book crap like them.
Ajale Koko, you say it's the same as them. On one hand, you supported him for tweeting out. On the other hand, you are saying no, he could have not. So why you are like you are neither here nor there. You are seated on the fence.
No. You don't try to understand me. All of them together are sitting on the fence. Tinubu, everything, all of them.
But you heard Atiku a while ago for putting out that tweet. And you also heard him again for deleting it.
Yes, I said for posting it, he tried to be courageous, but he saw a battle that he cannot win, and he withdrew. Tactical withdrawal. And he went to his the rest of his people and joined them on defense and say, okay, let's start looking. I'm not going to fight this war alone.
Atiku is a yam head, period. Just take it like that. It's a yam head.
That is your own position. You can call him yam head. You can call him coward. You can call him everything. Everybody has the right to take its own position.
Sorry, it's like people don't know that all the politicians are the same. If it happened any part of Nigeria, they will do the same. I tell you, they will do the same.
That's it.
Something happened in Igogon. Did Tinubu ever mention anything? He went to Akure for this fashion run. He was asking how many.
Where are the Fulani they're talking about? Where are the Fulani they're talking about? So
you see, they are all the same. We should have this understanding. We are still talking about Jonathan. Jonathan, that we can say was number one person in the country, but was hiding his position on whether to go for APC or not to go for APC, lying, coming out here and there, clandestinely, attending meetings with the APC chairman. Yet, he was saying, no, I'm not APC, I'm for APC. And some said, oh, he has registered.
You are still not clear. You are still not clear on Jonathan's position.
That is the point.
The news now is that he's now withdrawing. But then the next time you'll see him, they will be submitting his forms.
You see?
It's that guy, man.
They are all the same. They are all I don't want us to overflog it. They are all the same.
Membership of PDP. That's what he said. He's still a member of PDP. So
he has not formally withdrawn. It's the worst example of everything.
Did you hear anything from Northern elders? Or no, none of them, because that is the way they for them to be relevant, they know they just have to dance to the tune. So it's bad. And Ajale Koko was not trying to side Atiku, but what he was saying is just the fact that he has done it tactically because of his own politics. And mind you, there is none of them that has the interest of Nigerian in their hearts. No, they have their own personal interest. Just like this professor said that people that are in power, they have no brain or no ideas. And people that have ideas, they are not in power. So that is what is playing out there.
Imagine the president being a school start order, and then a professor of law is his deputy. I mean, like, what kind of a country are we running? Every issue of that country, especially from our northern people from the north, they always produce people who are just not up to the task. And the people who are backing them are the most educated. What kind of sort of a country are we running?
All right. Thank you, Rational Mind. So thank you, Rational Mind. And thank you, gentlemen. A real impassioned session this time around. So we're still non-clearer. We still don't have a position because some people hold strongly that this is our cowardice that damns Atiku. And some people hold very strongly that this is political expediency on Atiku's part. But where do you weigh in the divide is the question. Come share thoughts about all that with me in the comment section. So we'll leave the session here, but carry the conversation on with you in the comment section as here I say. Peace. Thank you.
Thank you, Mama, for having us. Thank you. God bless.